on my feet. Put y'all over me. Logo 10 and Valentino. You ain't getting what you see. Prada on my feet. Put y'all over me. Logo 10 and Valentino. You ain't getting what you see.
Hello, 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 hello. How's it going, people? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Yeah, it is Wednesday. Hope everyone's doing great today. Hope Wednesday has treated you fantastically well, people. Of course, Arsenal, the gift that keeps on giving. It looks like Reiss Nelson is not going to Fulham because they are linked and about to sign potentially Chukwueze from AC Milan and Kevin from Donetsk Shakhtar. Remember him? Last time we played them last year, he was actually quite lively, so maybe he'll be good for them. So it looks like Nelson is not going to join Fulham. However, it looks like he might be joining Palace, so we're going to definitely talk about that. And of course, the other big topic, obviously, Kivior is going to Porto. We're going to see what is what with that. Obviously, that again makes a domino effect on Hincapie, whether he's going to join or not. But afterwards, let's be real. Today we're going to talk about Eze. Should he start? And more specifically, should he start at Anfield? And can Arsenal finally break the Anfield curse? Because it's been 13 years since we won there. And that, for me, is the biggest question. Can Arsenal beat Liverpool at Anfield? And can we break the Anfield curse? Finally, big up Mubarak. Hope you're doing well today, my bro. Well, as I to start, answer yes, no comments already. Is EPL fit? Well, he is Premier League fit. Let's be real. He just hasn't had time with the team. So that, for me, is the biggest question. Will he look out of place like a headless chicken, partially like Gyökeres did, or he will slot right in? And that, for me, is the biggest thing. Hence why I wanted him to sign quicker, obviously. But Arsenal obviously decided not to do it. They decided to sign him a bit later on. So we are in this predicament that if Odegaard is out, Saka is out, obviously we will be forced, maybe to some extent, to start actually Eze in the 10. But that, for me personally, should be happening. I'm not going to lie. But we're going to get into that in a second. Nelson to Palace at 50 M's. That is business. Next, Arsenal and Palace are trying to seal their relationship in terms of exchanging players. Maybe, just maybe, but let's be real. If Arsenal managed to scam nearly 50 million for Nketiah and Nelson combined, I'm not complaining. Literally not complaining. I'm not gonna lie. Of course, we got Eze, and if you look at it this way, if we signed Eze. If we sell Nelson for 15, we have bought Eze for 49 million. I know it doesn't work that way, but if you are basically a finance merchant, you could look at it that way. Let's be real. Big up Anfield, the Red. Big up Liverpool fan in the chat. Hope you're doing well today. What are your expectations from the Anfield game? Do you think you're gonna win? Do you think we're gonna win? Do you think it's gonna be a draw? Or it's going to be a pamming one way or the other? Big up, Cooper. Hope you're doing well today, my bro. Smash the likes, people, if you haven't already, and subscribe. We are 11 subscribers away from the big 900. My birthday is on the 4th of September. Hopefully, we can get to 900 by then, because 1,000, I think it's not possible. But 900 definitely is available. Nelson is on... he is on 100 grand. That doesn't mean nothing. Bench Odegaard. Can't argue that. I'm not going to lie. We need to play quick. And let's be real, as soon as Odegaard came off against, as we talked about this, as soon as Odegaard came off against Leeds, we played much quicker, much more advanced, much direct, with more creativity. And that showed what is what. And people, they don't want to see that, unfortunately. Big up Chris Welsh, and our Liverpool fan in the chat. Big up, mate. Hope you're doing well today. I'm doing great. Partially, but let's gloss over that. But I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Nelson is on 100 grand a week with 2 years left on his contract. His best option is to stay at Arsenal and then leave for free. Yeah, but he might be joining Crystal Palace. That is the big thing. There is actually some proper talks about that. So if we can get 15 million, 20 million for Reiss Nelson, I'm taking it. Because if he goes for free, we get nothing. If we can sell him for 15, 20, fantastic. To answer a curse question, yes, Arsenal can do it on paper. On paper, everything. If we played football by paper, right? Every big team would beat any other team, right? But since the football is not played of paper, and you know that firsthand from last year, let's be real, Plymouth knocked you out of the FA Cup. You know it firsthand. If it was on paper, you would smash Plymouth, but it didn't happen like that. But they won't under Arteta, who is still the biggest issue at Arsenal. He is not holding you back. Facts. No matter how you look at it, the common predominator in every situation is still super duper Mikel Arteta, who knows exactly, apparently, what we need, apart from trophies, unfortunately. Big up, Beggy. Hope you're doing well today, my bro. Big up, Ash. Hope Wednesday has treated you well as well. Big up, Fusion is not jazz. Big up, my Asian fans. Big up, Asian viewers. I'm hoping Odegaard starts. Yeah, that I know why you hope that, but I hope not. Because if Odegaard, obviously, that injury is still very interesting because he has been called up to internationals for Norway to play against Finland and whatever other team it was, Kosovo or whatever they play. They need, I think, 1 or 2 wins and they qualify for the World Cup. But ironically enough, sometimes when you look at Norway play, they play better without Odegaard, so that will be interesting. And also the question is whether Norway medical staff are going to send him back or not. Big up, Jay. Hope you're doing well. Our defenders will want Odegaard to start. Oh, 100%. Van Dijk, Konate, Gravenberch, they all will want Odegaard to start. Arsenal fans don't want that. Well, certain part of Arsenal fan base don't want that. Other part wants him desperately to start. You need to win, not aim for a draw. You need to hurt us early on. Yes, 100% that is true. We need to win at Anfield. Worst case scenario, we get a draw, right? That is the worst case scenario in my eyes, if we have any chances. The thing is, though, since it's only the third game week, right? If we lose, obviously, it is not as detrimental to our season as if this game was, let's just being played, not game week 3, but game week 13, game week 18, just before the first half of the season ends, right? If you look at it from those terms, it's salvageable if we lose. At the same time, you want to send a message. You want to put your team out. You want to send a message that you are not here to basically dick around, as they say, and you want to win. Like, that is the big thing. And for Arsenal, for me, the biggest worry is we might do what we do at Etihad, what we've done before, basically. Park the bus, hope to pounce, basically, on mistakes, because you have your mistakes in defense, and then on set pieces. That is something I see happening, just like we played against City. And that, for me, is one of the biggest worries, because for a change, I would like for this manager to show some balls, to show some cojones, as Kenny Ken says, put his nuts on the table and just go for it. Because, like, what? I don't want us to, let's just say, we are 2-0 up, then it goes 2-2 and we shut up shop. I don't want that whatsoever. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want that whatsoever. I want us to go there and just go with you toe-to-toe. I don't want to show up just to steal a point or something like that. I just want for us to go for it, to show that we mean business this season, that we are properly prepared, that we want to win the league. But, like, we have Arteta, so if United don't score against Grimsby, they are smoked. Oh, 100%. Is the EFL Cup is on 6 minutes in? Brighton are 2-0 up against Oxford in 21st minute. Fulham just scored the second goal against Bristol. They are 2-0 up as well. So that is going well in their books, of course. Everton, Mansfield, still 0-0. The game just kicked off. And, of course, Grimsby versus Manchester United also still is 0-0, only 5 minutes in. I think it's got a draw all over it. Arteta will sell for a point, and you're better defensively than us at the moment. Obviously, we are not bad defensively. On paper, at the moment, we are. That's the thing. On paper, you have decent defense. The thing is, you are very vulnerable at the moment defensively. Obviously, with Frimpong's injury, it's nothing great. I don't know if Bradley is back or not. I haven't read up on that, obviously. But ultimately, I'm not going to lie. That's the biggest thing. That is the biggest thing, because who's going to play left wing? That could influence quite a bit in this game. Because let's be real, Martinelli stinks out the gaff in recent 2 seasons, a season and a half. Let's just put it that way, right? And the 2 teams, ironically enough, he does the best against in the league is Chelsea and Liverpool. So for that merit alone, I would be tempted to play him. At the same time, like, he hasn't been in the best of form, so that for me is a big, big worry. I'm not going to lie. But against Liverpool, I don't know. I literally don't know, because Saka is out, which means most likely Madueke is going to be the right wing, right? Odegaard is under the question mark, whether he's going to play for Norway. That might show what is what and whether he's going to play at Anfield, obviously. And if Odegaard plays in the 10 at Anfield, I can see also Eze starting at the left wing. Whether it's going to happen or not, I don't know. But my biggest worry is no matter who we play as a left back, Calafiori or Miles Lewis-Skelly, we will be very open in terms of Salah versus Skelly. It's gonna be a very hard watch. Salah versus Calafiori as well is gonna be a very, very hard watch. And to kind of give them that help, give them that cover, also, so Reiss can more maybe focus on covering the midfield of Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, and of course McAllister, right? Playing Martinelli on the left, given that he tracks back and plays more defense than offense, which is very weird to say in general, given that he's a left winger, maybe could give us that kind of cover we need, technically speaking. Did someone order a mod? Big up AJ, the hardest working mod in the community. Big up AJ. Please like the stream, people. Like the stream. Subscribe if you're new. 11 away. As big up AJ. 889 subscribers. We are 11 away from 900. So people, drop a sub if you haven't already. You start Martinelli as a noni behind Victor Gyökeres for Liverpool. That would be my idea. That's how I would do it personally. Whether it's gonna happen or not, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. If we can get 3 goals against Liverpool, we should be fine. We didn't concede 3 goals since Luton. Well, technically, if we don't count preseason, yes, we can say it like that. We conceded 3 against Luton. Who did we concede 3 goals against? Was it Villarreal or something like that? Besides that, yeah, it's been a very, very somewhat solid ride in those terms. Defensively, we are somewhat solid. Definitely. Big up Hendon. Hope you're doing well and hope you're feeling well today as well. I'm hoping we start Bradley at right back, none of this Szoboszlai right back nonsense as much as Szoboszlai didn't get tested. Yeah. Don't you also sometimes play, what's its face? Not Elliot. The Elliot or who you play as a right back? I think there were some talk of playing Elliot or someone like that as a right back. I have seen that happen as well, I think. Like, that's a nuts one. Do not start Odegaard on Sunday. Like, that's what I see as well. The thing is, though, like, is he ready? Given that he's being called up to internationals, it is a bit of a worry that he will start on Sunday. I'm not gonna lie. I would start Timber left back, then start Ben White as a right back. Dude, Ben White is so bad. I'm not like Ben White after the injury, also playing 3 months with the necessity of a surgery. He has come back and he is a total and utter hole defensively. And for me, when we played against United, right, when he was up, he got consistently cooked by Cunha and Mbeumo as well at times. For me, that would be a big worry. Even though it's Gakpo and Ekitike even running there, I'm very, very worried for that. Hence why I would start Timber as a right back. The left back is the other issue because obviously we saw against Leeds that as soon as Calafiori pushes up forwards, right, Declan Rice sometimes tends to kind of drop back into that left back spot to kind of cover for him. I can see that happening against Liverpool as well. I think Calafiori and Declan Rice could be doubling up on Salah potentially, maybe, because Salah also is not in the best of forms. He's also kind of screwing everything up because he hasn't hit his stride. Martinelli tracking back as well potentially could do that, potentially. I disagree. I want us to play whatever Arteta has been doing versus City and Pool, smash up everyone else. I get it. I absolutely get it. Because if you want to get a result, you most likely would do what you are suggesting, Ash, 100%. But for a change, I just want Arsenal to change their narrative. I just want to see Arsenal not be chickens and just go for it. Play like they are the big dog. Like, it's the clash of the challengers for the title. One just has won it, one who supposedly should be winning it at some point in their lifetime. And I just want to see a proper battle. I don't want to basically... Well, as they say, one attacks, another one just camps in the corner. If you know CSGO and CS 1.6 and those days, I just don't want to see that. I can see a draw being a thing, but yeah. I reckon Robertson will start ahead of Kirkes for the big game experience. That could be a big issue for you, and that is a big advantage for me because I think against Madueke, he actually could be cooked in those terms. That kind of fills me with some hope. I'm not gonna lie, that definitely fills me with some hope. By the way, people, here is Chris Welsh's channel, Liverpool fan. Go subscribe to him, show him some love, people, if you haven't already. Choosing Madueke and Eze and Madueke over Eze and Odegaard is plain stupid. Well, depends how you view it. Like, I'm not gonna argue it. I totally get your point. At the same time, it's not stupid. It's like which style you want to play in the game, basically. Ben White is not looking good. He does not look comfortable since coming back. Exactly. Hence why I don't want to see him as a right back. That for me is the biggest problem. Eze is not good enough for of the left wing, or Odegaard is not good enough. Is not good enough. Full stop. Like this argument, whether Eze should be playing left wing or 10, Odegaard should be dropped or not, is gonna be one of the biggest talking points in Arsenal's fan base and in many fan bases regarding Arsenal for the longest time. I strongly believe so. Arsenal, given that they have signed about 8 players, almost right, and how much they have spent this window, will be under a lot of scrutiny from Arsenal fans, from the pundits, from the media, and from every other Premier League fan in the world. And that is going to be a very rough one to watch, especially if things start to go south and things start to go very sour. Like that is a big issue here. At the end, it will be like 2-2 like most times. I can see it. For me personally, the worst case scenario Arsenal should accept at the Anfield is a draw. Best case scenario, go for the win. Like, I don't want to see us losing that game whatsoever. Because if we are serious about winning the league, we should be going for the win. If it doesn't work out, get at least a draw. I know it's a very early stage. It's the 3rd game of the season, right? And as I said before, it kind of, since it's only the 3rd game of the season, it also gives us a bit of a time, basically, to kind of recover, to kind of get it back, because it won't be as detrimental for our season. But at the same time, I just want to win at Anfield. Finally, it's been 13 goddamn years. And big up Waffledon. Big up Waffledon for the raid. Big up Abs, sending his viewers his way. Big up. Hope you're doing well today, but Abs, hope you're doing too well. Much love, but much love. And if any mod could put Waffledon's link also in the chat, would be much appreciated. Don't ever say it's not good enough. Well, don't talk to me. I didn't say that. You know, if we have another striker, I would love to see classic 4-4-2 formation sometime, just to surprise everyone. Yeah, that also worked to some extent against PSG last year. And I'm not talking about semifinals, I'm talking about the league stage. Because we partially played 4-4-2 with Havertz and Trossard being the secondary striker or something like that, when Odegaard was out, I think it was at the time. And it worked. It really worked. We panned them, and it was very nice to see. So maybe playing, let's just say 4-4-2 with Gyökeres and Trossard, Gyökeres and Martinelli up top, that actually would be very interesting. The thing is, though, if we play 4-4-2, it means one midfielder must be dropped. And I don't see Arteta dropping, nor Odegaard, nor Reiss, nor Zubimendi, which again puts another problem, another spanner in the works of Mikel Arteta and how he envisions the style and the game. Big up Sheldon. Big up. Arsenal didn't win the title in 22-23 or 23 and 24 because they didn't grounds like City and Liverpool. To put statement down, you need to win at these grounds when you're in the title race. It's fact. 100% fact. Like, remember what Rodri and Grealish said. As soon as they came to Etihad and they played for a draw and they celebrated the draw, we knew we're going to win the league. Because that just showed the mentality of our team. Because the season afterwards fell apart. That one game was all it took. And everything like... And also, obviously, going 1-7 in December didn't help. Playing with Partey at right back and drawing to 10-man Fulham against Everton's and things like that also didn't help, of course. But at the end of the day, yeah, it just showed our mentality. We went to the Etihad, we parked the bus, and we went for that. Like, obviously, for Arsenal, the biggest thing is the big games for Arsenal are not an issue in those terms. For Arsenal, big games have not been an issue. For Arsenal, the small games are the issue, which also could counter-argue this statement you're making right now, Chris, right? By saying that, obviously, if you want to win the title, you need to win at these big grounds. At the same time, you don't have to win at these big grounds. If you can get a win, let's just say at Anfield or Etihad, fantastic. But if you get draws, and you do the job against the smaller teams, you're all good. But the thing is, Arsenal can't do the job against the smaller teams and when they go away to Anfield and Etihad, because somehow you need to balance it out, and Arsenal just cannot do it. They always manage to shoot themselves in the foot some way or the other. Let's just put it that way. Kerkez looked bad at the past 2 games. Yeah, Kerkez looked bad, and as Chris said, they maybe might be starting Robertson, which could be our advantage at the same time, could be a disadvantage. Scarson Sander 2 dead fullbacks. Well, they're not dead. Let's be real. Come on, man. Play Yeri at this point, he looked nice against Leeds. He did, but again, that's only Leeds. Like playing against Liverpool, that's a completely different story. No matter how much we want to hype up, let's just say Yeri, Max Daumann, and everything, how they played against Leeds, at the same time, you only can beat what's in front of you, right? You have to take that into account. At the same time as well, you need to look that it's Leeds. Leeds don't have Van Dijk. They don't have Konate, Alisson in goal, Gravenberch, McAllister, Salah. They don't have those caliber of players to punish you if you make mistakes. They don't have the quality to utilize your mistakes to the best of their advantage, which again, like, it's vice versa in those times. It's a perfect time to play Liverpool. 100%. Early stages, everyone was moaning about this schedule. But at this time is the perfect time to play Liverpool, obviously, right now, because they haven't figured stuff out. Plus, Frimpong is injured. Also, plus Salah has not hit the ground running. Also, it's playing at the Emirates against City in 3 weeks' time, or 4 weeks' time. So that also is a good time to play them. And that the nuts part is, whether you like it or not, this will be a very weird statement to make. Whether you agree with me or not, we'll see. But going to Anfield, it is what it is. Somehow, I'm more scared going to St. James Park. After the City game, we go away to Newcastle, to St. James Park. And somehow, I'm more scared to go there than actually going to Anfield. Big up, Gavin. Big up, Gavin. Hope you're doing well. Play 4-4-2 with Gyökeres, Martinelli up top. Yeah, I would love to see that. The problem is not the top 6 sides, it's also how poor Arsenal were against mid-table sides, and that is for biggest issue. Big up, Cape. Big up, Cape. Big up, Cape. Let me just do this. Let me just do this quickly, people. As I'm here, as I'm doing these things, as I'm live. Where is it? Let me go to here because I need to do this. I think AJ has left the building. So I will do this kinda, I'm not gonna lie, kinda myself. So yeah, I'm gonna do this myself. Big up, people. Give me a second. I need to do this stuff quickly. Big up. I see you people in the chat. I'm very sorry. I'm very, 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 very sorry. Very, 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 very sorry. Very sorry. I need to do this on my own. Like, it's doing this on my own it's a bit of a struggle, but it is what it is. Yeah. Come on, go post. Yeah, big up, Cape. Hope you're doing well today. Unfortunately, couldn't catch your stream before. So I'm very, very sorry about that. Very sorry about that. But at some point, definitely will 100%. And big up, Abs. Big up, Waffle Don. Big up. Hope you're doing well today. Hope the Wednesday has treated you well. Facts, we haven't lost the Big Six game like 2-3 seasons. You only need to draw away and win at home against these teams. Yeah, and then on top of that, if you actually can do the job against the smaller teams, you should be golden. But the thing about Arsenal is, even though they can do the job against the big teams, they always shoot themselves in the foot against the smaller teams, which makes all the hard work we do against these big teams kind of irrelevant. Like, if you do all the big things well and you cannot actually do the smaller details, the whole big thing is just meh. It doesn't, like, attention to detail matters, and beating these smaller teams is actually the smaller details in those times. It's the smaller teams that we struggle, but if we have Eze and Gyökeres, maybe the difference. Yeah, that is 100% true. I kind of expect that to hope that would be different. And people, you seeing this? Grimsby, wait. Let me. Grimsby Town, 1-0 against United, people. This could be very good evening in the YouTube realm. Just putting it out there. But yeah, as I said, yeah, hopefully Gyökeres could be the difference, because how many times last season we had these situations where Havertz misses open nets, Martinelli misses open nets, and these stuff, and so hope Odegaard doesn't shoot at all, pretty much. So this could be the hope that potentially players like obviously Eze and Gyökeres pick up the slack and they carry us over the line. So that would be the hope that these big players we have signed actually are doing the business. Kirkes is going to get smoked by Madueke. Not gonna lie, I can see it happening. And the same actually could be said potentially against Andy Roberts. So that right wing could actually be okay. So the left wing is still the big question mark, obviously. Big up, people. Hit the likes and subscribe if you haven't already. We literally 11 subs away from 900. So if you could do me that favor and we can hit it before my birthday on the 4th of September, that would be phenomenal. Big up, Andrew. Big up, Ukraine. We're going to win the league. I didn't name the year, so it doesn't count. but context. I can't see us win at Anfield. We folded after leading 2-0 after 20 minutes. I do see a draw 2-2. Yeah, but I know it's a bit of a cop-out what I'm going to say right now regarding the 2-0 lead at Anfield, but I partially blame it on Granit Xhaka because he poked the bear at the end of the day. He poked Trent and he poked the bear at their home ground, which ultimately cost us the game. You could argue that cost us the game. He poked the bear at the worst time imaginable, and it cost us dearly. Let's just put it that way. Here is Cape's link, and here is Waffledon's link, people. If you haven't already, go show them some love, go subscribe. Let's hit the subs up for them. Big up Vigilante. Hope you're doing well today, people. Subscribe to Vigilante as well. Subscribe to his gaming channel, and subscribe to his football channel as well. Go show him some love, people. What do you make of people saying that if we lose against Liverpool, the league is over? Do you agree with that statement or too early to say? Because I will admit we have time to make marks here. Exactly. For me, the thing is, personally, right, this game for me is a 50-50. Because from one point of view, I want to go to Anfield and show that we mean business, right? Get a win and all this stuff. At the same time, draw, I can accept it. And also, if we lose the game, right, it's going to be bad. Obviously, in the fan base, it's going to be bad. I will be annoyed. I'm not going to lie. I will be annoyed. And you will see that on the stream and everything, right? At the same time, it's only the third game week, right? So you would think that it is still salvageable on the course of the rest of 35 games. Plus, Arsenal still have to play Liverpool at home. So you would think that it is not as big of a deal, right? At the same time, losing points to Liverpool will be bad. But if we add on top of that we actually tend to lose points against the smaller teams, getting points against Liverpool at Anfield is very, very important for us. Because unless we somehow, by some miracle, fix up and we actually win the games we should be winning against, your Brightons, Evertons, against West Ham at home, although they're getting pammed at the moment, but we'll see what's going to happen there against these teams. It could get rough. Apologies, didn't get the notification. All good, Vigilante. All good. Thank you for dropping by, being here, and supporting the channel. Big up to you, people. Like and subscribe. Sorry, Mom had to step away. All good. All good. Don't worry. No worries. No worries. All good. Family always first, no matter what. So I fully understand that. Smash the likes, people. Smash the likes if you haven't already. Subscribe as well, people. We can't deal with Liverpool. They play and they let you play. Newcastle is roughhousing bumper cars team. They bully, they moan, they make cheap shots, and I can see injury written all over. And the thing is, with Liverpool, we can get away with stuff because they let you play football, right? With Newcastle, they make it into a meat grinder at the end of the day, and they get very rough, very tough, and very physical with you. And unfortunately, one of the biggest kryptonites still for this Arsenal team is the rough and tough and gritty teams. Your Newcastle, we saw what happened against Luton Town away, Aston Villa, and these teams. When they get physical and rough with you, we tend to fold. Happened also under Arsene Wenger at the time. And to basically avoid that, you either have a physical team or you have very technical, agile, dribbling, good team. And we have none of those. We have something in between, which is very unbalanced. And on the long course, it will look okay. But in one-off games, we will get picked off. And that, for me, is a big worry for this season specifically. Here is Vigilante's gaming channel, people, and here is Vigilante's sports channel as well. Go subscribe, show him some love. Away to United was a test for you, but this is the big one for you if you had your first team away at Newcastle, where everyone struggles at. Exactly, but we play Newcastle straight after Man City game. So it's going to be a rough one no matter what. It's funny, but it's not a good thing. Amorim might be sacked. Yeah, I wonder who they have lined up in place, though. I'm very curious if actually Amorim gets sacked, who is gonna be in his place? Because I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen too many reports of any managers being linked. At least right now, I may need to ask the rest of stocks about it, the United fan, but at the moment, it's a bit of an interesting one. What the hell is United team doing? I have no idea, to be honest. They're 1-0 down against Grimsby, you know. Big up, Sam. Big up, Sam. Hope you're doing well. What a window from Berta. Yeah, 100%. Signing all these players, if we get Hincapie, I would say it's 6.5 window. If we sell Kivior, Nelson, maybe someone else, I would say it's a 7 out of 10. I would just put it 7 out of 10 window. If we get a left wing, it's 8, 9, maybe potentially even. And to be honest, looking at how Berta is doing business, right? Berta in one window can sign 7, 8 players. Edu in one window cooks 7 or 8 barbecues. Feel the difference. I'm actually discussed with Manu colleague. He said if Manu loses, Amorim won't be let on the team. But well, hey. Big up, people. Like the stream and subscribe. Like the stream and subscribe. Happy birthday. Thank you. But it's on the 4th of September. It's the 4th of September. It's in a week. A bit more, 8 days. Not looking forward to it whatsoever. I'm not gonna lie, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, Grimsby 1-0, you know. Show me some love too. Big up. Big up. Happy birthday to you. I'm so confused what's happening. No girl, I'm a bit confused. To be fair, if it's Grimsby Town and United Battle of the lower league teams, like don't poke the bear. Onana to blame. Well, that's a shocker. Like Onana to blame, that's definitely not a shocker. Even if we lose to Liverpool, the league is definitely winnable. Yeah, at this stage, yeah. The thing is, that's what I said. Losing to Liverpool in game week 3, it's not as detrimental if we lose to Liverpool, let's just say, in game week 16, game week 17, when we near the halfway of the season. Because then the table would be somewhat established already. And that would be a big worry. There would be more pressure depending on the situation, or less pressure. Depends, right, on the situation. But if we lose on game week 3, it is still salvageable. On game week 18, it is a much different task. If you add on top of that, I always say this, you cannot lose season in the first 6-7 games. Well, you cannot win season in first 6-7 games, but you definitely can lose the season in the first 6-7 games. Like that also is the big thing. 2-0 Grimsby Town, people. United are getting cooked. 2-0 Grimsby Town, people. 2-0 Grimsby Town. What the hell is going on in this game? 2-0 Grimsby Town, you know. I think Resta Stocks and the group chat is going wild at the moment. I would assume so. Need to check it after the stream. Jaka was just one of the issues, as was Zinchenko, to be fair. We were all over the place in that game, and at the momentum from Martinelli in the end, or maybe it was Saka, can't remember. Yeah, it was all over the place. Yeah, it was nuts. We had chances and we didn't take them, and we basically backfired on us once again. Newcastle is allowed to almost murder other players. We try to be rough. We get players sent off. I don't moan about the refs. I don't care, to be honest. Yes, they make mistakes. They make mistakes for everyone, but you should be able to be in a situation where basically refs should not decide the game. Especially when you are teams like Arsenal and teams like that, you should not be in the situation where you are dependent on the refs. No issues losing to Liverpool. It's when Arsenal draw subsequent matches. Yeah, that is the biggest issue, when you're leading and you draw the games. Gordon been sent off for harsh challenge. Yeah. They might get Glasner. Palace selling players and he doesn't seem happy. Plus, he plays the same 3 at the back system. He could actually make them dangerous. Potentially, Glasner knows how to get the best out of certain players. Maybe they could win a cup under him as well. And if that happens, oh bloody hell, and it looks like Onana again is having a howler. Yeah, almost 2-0. It is 2-0 right now. United are playing awfully. They look like the lower division team. What is Man United's lineup for today's game, by the way? Man United's lineup: Onana, Fredericks, Aiden Heaven, Harry Maguire, Dalot, Maino, Ugarte, Dorgu, Mateusz Cunha, Diallo, and Sesko. On the bench: Bayindir, Casemiro, De Ligt, Fernandes, Keaton, Lyon, Buemo, Mount, and Zuckamp. Zuckamp is on the bench. Yeah, it's not looking great for United fans. I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking great if you're a United fan. Actually, if the United players can't beat Grimsby, whoever the manager is, it's on the players, bro. Where's your pride? To some extent, yes. To some extent, 100%. This is one of those things that Chris Welsh mentioned earlier in the stream. If we based games solely on paper, right? Arsenal Liverpool would be a draw potentially. Arsenal Everton would be a squash match in favor of Arsenal, right? But football is not played on paper. Plymouth beat Liverpool last year in FA Cup. Grimsby Town at the moment are beating United 2-0. That's why cup games sometimes are so great, because not always the favorites win the game, and always, obviously, underdog stories are someone everyone roots for. I'm not gonna lie. Amorim made a real blunder there. He permanently left a cozy team in Portugal for a rat-infested roof leaking, slowly sinking ship. Wonder if he regrets it. Well, the paycheck definitely helps with that, with the grief, but I think if Amorim kind of has ruined his potential, it will be very hard for him to get back on feet in terms as a manager. If he goes to another team, he will have to have one of the most blinding seasons you can imagine to build up his stature as the manager, to build up his reputation as the manager. Because looking at what United have spent, you would argue the players United even have to some extent, they should be doing much, much better even. United is cooked. Yep. What the hell's going on with Man United? How bad is their dressing room? Dude, it's actually nuts. They scored again, but ref bailed them out. Well, it's 2-0 at the moment. Might get worse. What the hell is that United team? Isn't it ruled out, or is it another one? No, it's 2-0. United, big up Jackie. 2-0 United is actually nuts. 2-0 to Grimsby, you know. Onana flapping again. Well, Onana, yeah. Oh, handball for that Grimsby goal. VR would have disallowed it. Ah, I see. And Grimsby, like a League 2 team or something. Grimsby Town plays in League 2, yeah. Fourth league. Fourth in the Football League 2. They are in Football League 2. They're in the fourth place in the Football League 2. Behind MK Dons, Chesterfield. Well, there's goal difference only, let's be real. Same points as MK Dons, Gillingham, and everything. They're 1 point behind Crew Alexander, who are first after 5 games. They are 2 points ahead of Bromley. Yeah, they haven't lost a game yet this season, so they are on a bit of a roll. I'm not gonna lie. I told you yesterday the odds for Grimsby Town to win against United were 16-1. So if you put a tenner on that United game for Grimsby to win, you would have made £160. Like, seriously, I regret not doing it myself at the moment. We got 1 point out of 4 games. Fulham and Aston Villa home, and also lost to West Ham 2-0 at home in season 23-24. Last season, 14 draws. It's not big teams we have poor record against. We can't handle low ones. Exactly, 100%. That's the thing. That 23-24 season, we drew against 10-man Fulham at home. We went 1-7 in December. And when it mattered the most, Mikel Arteta decided to play Havertz in the midfield against Aston Villa at home, and we lost that game, which people say cost us the league, but let's be real, it didn't cost us the league. The first half of the season, the 1-7 in December, playing 10-man Fulham and joining to them cost us the league. The proof was in the pudding before. Big up Sean. Makes me that much happier that we scrapped that 1-0 Willet Trafford. They're crap, but clearly are always up for a match against us. We struggle there. Yeah, 100%. Like, this is the similar like North London derbies to some extent. It doesn't matter what state our team is or the opposing team is in. We'd always do somewhat good against each other. One struggles, maybe other one struggles as well, but it's always tight, close games. That is the one thing I definitely will say. Against the big teams, we always show up. They always show up. That's the nuts part. United fans said 1 game a week. Yeah, 1 game a week will be a blessing for United. That's what Ruben Amorim said himself, by the way, Abs. That's what Ruben Amorim said himself. 1 game a week will be a blessing for United, something like that. And we see it right now. 1 game a week, they cannot even beat Grimsby Town, who are 4th place in League 2. Flex does not look happy, dude. Don't blame him. Genuinely don't blame him. I wonder how... Wait, let me check. I'm going to go in the group chat of United fans. Let's see. Skull emojis, now Man United are the funniest team ever. We are all finished club. Is it still Bruno? The forwards are barely getting fed with ball. But Maino is the answer. Of course, in Arsenal chats I am in, everyone's laughing at United, like expeditiously, I'm not gonna lie. Everyone's laughing expeditiously. And so that is kind of nuts. So we'll see how that goes. Everyone's laughing at expeditiously, so that is actually kind of nuts. But hey, it is what it is. It's Amorim, it's Bruno, the Maino is the answer, and 1 game a week and all this stuff. It's going well. Onana is like old Fabianski in disguise. To be honest, Fabianski has been somewhat decent for West Ham. Like, he obviously should retire, but that's a different story right now. But it is nuts. Big up Rich 99. Hope you're doing well today, my bro. Hope Wednesday has treated you well. Go subscribe to Rich People. Top Arsenal fan, not a top Gunner, says that it is, calls it pound per pound. Always speaks facts and always holds people, players, manager, ownership, the club accountable. So go subscribe to him, show him some love. He's a real one, definitely. Here's his link in the channel. Go show him some love, people. It was in the game against Villa that we lost, dude. It wasn't a pre-game. It was literally a rough watch. How's Eden Heaven's performance been, considering they are 2-0 down? I don't know. I don't watch the game. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to do what every stats nerd does. I'm going to go on FOTMob. I'm going to go look at his rating, because all the stats merchants love this stuff. Oh, bless me. Lineup. Eden Heaven currently is on 6.2 rating. Onana is on 4.3 rating, people. Onana is on 4.3 rating, which is kind of nuts. Wait, it's actually 2-0 Grimsby Town. It's actually 2-0 Grimsby Town. How nuts is that, AJ? It's actually hilarious. Man United haven't scored a goal this season yet. The Yoro goal is a known goal. Man said we have Buemo and Cunha. We are ready. True. I'm not going to lie. That's 100% true. 100% true. You would think that when you have Buemo and Cunha in the attack, you would actually score some goals. And I would argue that if they were playing at Arsenal, by now they would have scored some goals as well. It's just United. It's what United does. And have you noticed that many players who are somewhat big or very big in terms of football go there and they get instantly worse? They kind of ruined as well Van de Beek's career. They ruined Depay's career. Di Maria was 50-50, but he was decent. Falcao. Most of the time when a big player goes there, he kind of gets ruined. Like, it's a Man United thing, isn't it? It's literally a Man United thing. This is like literally Grimsby Town versus Man United. Gives me the MK Dons versus Man United vibes a few years ago when they lost 4-0. Remember that game? I was scrolling through TikTok today as I was waiting to get to my appointment, and like it caught my eye. I just watched it back again. It literally is giving me the same vibes at the moment. Manchester United have been like this for a decade. Leopards don't change their spots. It's same old. Yeah. The nuts part is, over this decade, they still have won more than Arsenal, which is nuts to think about, but it's actually true. It is actually true. In this decade, they have won more than us. Would you take Maino at Arsenal? Yes. Yes, I would. People may disagree with this, but I would take. Swap him for Mikel Merino. Onana, what's my name? Yeah, Onana, what's my name? Definitely would take Kobe. See? It's not only the score United is getting dominated or how you write. I don't know. Oh, let me check this. Let me check the stats. Holy crap! Let me show you this. Because, well, I can. United 2-0 against Grimsby Town. Grimsby Town has more... This is for all the stats nerds out there, by the way. Grimsby Town has more XG, like 5.5 times more XG, less possession, same amount of shots, pretty much same on target, one big chance, 4 more corners than Man United. 4 more corners, which is kind of nuts to even think about. Shots on target, 110. XG from shots on target, total shots, shots off target, block shots, 4 blocked shots, you know. They have to defend for their lives. Shots inside the box, 5-5. Shots outside the box. They're shooting from outside the box. They cannot even get into the box. Big chances, 1-1 corner kicks, 4-0. Touches in opposition box. Grimsby has more. Accurate through passes, 1. Wow. 1 more offside, 5-5 free kicks. Passing accuracy, obviously, for United is better. I'm not going to lie, but it is what it is. Defense, 6 fouls, 5. 100% tackle rate. 4 tackles, 4 accurate. Damn. Duels, 1, 26 against 13. Clearances, 11-8. Interceptions, 4-3. Yo, goalkeeper saves, 4-1. Goals prevented, Onana, minus 0.9. Minus 0.9, you know. Minus 1 goal almost prevented. Holy crap, United are getting smoked in this. Holy moly. Like, this is actually a comedy show, to say the least. This is a comedy show and a half. I'm not gonna lie. This is actually kind of wild, if you ask me. Rance is pissed. I don't blame him. Rance is gonna have a unique rant video after the game. 100%. It's actually insane how bad United are. I'm not watching the game, but just based on stats, which I don't do usually. I don't base game on stats. I actually like to watch the game. But looking at this and that it's Grimsby Town, it's looking hell embarrassing. Grimsby Town are balling. Yeah, Cavani as well. Yeah, here we go. Cavani as well. Agree. The future midfield Panieri, Meno, MLS, Dauman as a right wing, Salmon at center back would be, yeah, Pogba. To some extent. If Pogba was utilized properly, he actually was great. But he kind of ruined himself. More haircuts than anything. My English is cooked. I don't use English one day. I don't remember anything. Yeah, I get it. It's kind of nuts, to be honest. I live in Latvia, right? So I speak Latvian. I spend half my day speaking Russian, right? Because at work, also at home to some extent and everything, or on phone business-wise. And English is obviously my go-to language for streams, information, YouTube, also at work at the same time. Then I have Spanish at work, Italian at work. Like, I don't speak the language a lot or almost at all to some extent, but I understand it. So I kind of can communicate, can understand the Spanish, Italian, German, and all these things. A bit of Uzbek as well, by the way. Shouldn't trade Mikel Merino for Kobe right now. I would do it in a heartbeat. Onana makes Almunia look like Jens Lehmann, you know. Like, that is a nuts statement. We don't mention that name, mate, after 2006, dude. Manchester United getting barred, no pun intended, to Grimsby that's famous for fish and chips. Yeah, this is literally like MK Dons game. MK Dons game back when they lost 4-0 to MK Dons. Grimsby Town is 4th place in League 2. League 2, you know, exactly. They finished 9th last year in that division. United are washed. Yeah. How, like, United, yes, they have 2 youngsters in defense, like that Fernandes and Heaven, technically. But they have pretty much their best team available to some extent on the pitch, besides Bruno Fernandes. You could argue. And obviously, Yoro and the Lick. So 3 not main players. Rest of them is the first team. And they are getting smoked by Grimsby Town, which is actually kind of nuts to think about. Robo, do you know any way to spend less than 70 to 100 bucks a month for Arsenal and subscriptions like a VPN? It's super expensive. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. I'm very blessed in this situation that I have one subscription, which I pay 16 euros for. 16 euros. And I get all the Premier League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Champions League, Europa League, Conference League, Eredivisie, Championship, Bundesliga, La Liga, Serie A, League 1 games. Then I get UFC, I get boxing, I get F1, I get NHL, I get partially NBA, and lots of other sports. I get all that, plus Eurosport, the usual Eurosport boxing channels, NBA channel, all this stuff, for 16 euros a month. And it's all in one place. So kind of, I don't know anything about VPNs and stuff like that, unfortunately. So I'm not the right person, unfortunately, to ask. Sesko almost scored, bro. I'm watching the game right now. Dude, Sesko almost doesn't count. It's Grimsby Town, you know. He actually contributed in the second one, I think. They kicked out their second, third best keeper in their history for this joker. Yeah, they kicked out De Gea for this. They didn't want to extend his deal, pay him a bit more, just so they can watch this crap. Big up TK. I'm not watching this. I'm following this on stats, basically, because I'm live. But yeah, 2-0 Grimsby Town. As I said, MK Dons vibes 4-0 all over again. Rance is such a baby. First, he glazes Emery, calling him my guy. Then he sits there half a year later, hate him fraud. Like, it's fans. They change their opinions, unfortunately. luckily, because the more you gather information, the more opinions change, and the worse you get, the more you're gonna get this. I'm not gonna lie. Fernand Zambuema will come on for the second half, and will they do anything? For real, why did they get rid of the hair? No idea. Literally no idea. Cheapskates. Cheapskates, just like our owners to some extent. Here is TK's channel, people. TKA, Arsenal fan. Roll to 200 subscribers. Go show him some love, people. Go show him some love. Your English superb. You've mastered the... I cannot even pronounce that word. Colloquialisms superbly. You don't have a... you'd have a great career at M15 with your language skills. Big up to you. Big up to you. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I have been learning English since I was like 6. I've been watching English shows, English TV, English media, read English, talked in English. I spoke to a lot of foreigners, obviously since gaming days and everything. And of course, I've been also, ironically enough, my grandmother sent me for 4 years straight to English tailored specific camps, summer camps for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, every year to one, where I basically learned English, learned the tenses, times, intricacies, spellings, communications, and all this stuff. So I'm kind of blessed in that way that I am multilingual person. Let's just put it that way. Big up. Yeah, it's like my birth language is Greek. I live in another country, so I speak their language and English for work calls and with the Americans. Yes. Something similar, yeah. So that is the case. Yeah, you kind of pick up as you go along. Kind of blessed in that way, I'm not gonna lie. Bro, I was on Sesko Hate Watch just to see United cooking. Halftime 2-0 United, dude. No, it's 2-0 Grimsby Town. Sorry, that's actually kind of insane. Please tell me Staffy is live, bro. Bad for me from his channel after I bantered him. Well said, sell all Portuguese speakers for MU, so I called Cunha too. Crashed out on me. Brazil and all that stuff. And the guy can't control a ball, keep shooting at that keeper. Yeah, that's what Sesko is. Sesko's one of those things, what I said to everyone in the chat throughout the whole summer, and people called me deluded and stupid in that way, that I said that Sesko is raw. If he decides to shoot, he will shoot, and he has tunnel vision. If he has the ball at his feet, he very rarely passes. And if he has feet, he sees the goal, he's going to shoot. And many times it's straight to the keeper. And people call me that I don't know ball. But since he's been at United and since I watch him at RB Leipzig, he does that, I would say, 7 or 8 out of 10 times. What is the site called, Robo? For the subscription, I can have VPN for like $5 a month. Can it be in English? I only speak English. I actually don't know, because I think it's only in Latvian, Estonian, and Lithuanian. And also, I think there is an option to turn off the comments area overall. But mostly it is in Latvian. So it kind of doesn't work like that. Unfortunately, it will be no help for you in those terms. Bundesliga is only in English, for example, but Premier League is in my native language. So unfortunately, it's not going to help to you. If you look on YouTube, there's loads of vids about setting an Amazon Fire Stick with streaming apps and also Android media players. Yeah, big up, Hendon. Big up, Hendon. Listen to that. Listen to that, Ryan. If you are in a country outside of US and UK, you are chilling with content, US and UK people getting it. Yeah, 100%. Because for UK and US people, you need literally 55,000 subscriptions to watch games. And even then, you don't get all of the games, which is insane to think about. Because you pay around 100 to 200 pounds or dollars, or if not more, in subscriptions alone just to watch, let's just say 80% of the games or 90% of games. You don't get them all even. Like, that is the nuts part. And I just don't get it. I literally don't get it. This, obviously, it's not a monopoly in my country. You have multiple providers, right? Obviously. But this is the best one because they have purchased the rights and they have the right for I think till 2028 to all of this. And I think they're going to extend. So in those terms, it's fantastic. I also get MotoGP. I get, I think, tennis as well. I watch Wimbledon. I get all that. I get pretty like 90% of the sports I love. And that is something I always have. Cartoon Network taught me English. I'm still stuck in grammar. Yeah, Cartoon Network taught me a lot of English, 100%. Yeah, I get it. World of Warcraft taught me English. Yes. This. Also, Counter-Strike. I'm not CSGO, but I'm talking a Counter-Strike 1.6 and 1.5 when you needed to download separately a patch to get the Steam so you can play online. You can play your gun games, deathmatch, bunny hop, GG games, and all this stuff. Like that also was a big thing with communications and everything. MI5, not M15. Like M15, that's one of the roads that leads up north in England. Sorry. I live in America. It's 100 some month. I'm getting wrong. Yeah, 100%. It to be honest, the same with NBA. You need to have ESPN. You need to have the Paramounts. You need this. You need Apple TV. You need Netflix half the time. You need this. You need like 6 providers to watch even NBA games. You can buy the NBA League Pass for $120 for the whole season, right? But yeah, like it is what it is. Anybody has Amram's number? I want to apply for goalkeeping position better than Onana. We could sell Renaissance to him. Surely he cannot be worse. Flex and Owen look so defeated. I almost feel so. I get it. Thank God for IPTV and for you, yeah, for you definitely. I have Go 3 Sports and I'm happy. You are, bro. My country is also starting to do that, which is annoying. Yeah, we used to have that, by the way. In my country, we used to have that, but economically, it wasn't sustainable for all of them. So basically, they all sold their rights to certain things because they were scared around to one combined place. And I'm happy. I'm not going to lie. I canceled all the subscriptions there. Obviously, Viaplay removes from Baltics market specifically. And everything is now on where I for my subscription. Everything is there. They have all the rights till 2026, 2028, 2030 as well. To some things have. So I'm all happy with that. You need to send us this exactly. Big up Godfrey. Big up Godfrey. Friends taught me English. That's like BTS type of settings. It's bad to share with my family. The bill was all share subscriptions. Yeah, basically, that's the thing. You cannot have one subscription for everything. Or you don't even have one subscription for TV, one for sports, and something like that. And even if you get it in one place, let's just say you pay $50 a month for everything, you need to add the sports package, another $40. You need to add the family package for kids and stuff like that. That's another $40. So now the cumulatively check is for $130. And again, it makes no sense. That for me is a very big blessing because with the subscription I have, I don't only have sports. I have also for the kids, for family, comedies, and everything. And since they also just now purchased ownership of some HBO and all this stuff, till January 1st, I get to watch Friends, what's its face? Not Lord, Game of Thrones, and all this stuff for free. It's like an extra perk for you to entice you to watch. It's like running a 4-month subscription, where basically if you have a subscription, you'll get it for 4 months for free till basically January. So I can watch all that, which is kind of insane if you come to think of it. But you can watch all these sports all these things for free. You get your Game of Thrones, you get all this stuff. It's actually phenomenal how this has worked. HBO Max, this is what it is. Like you can see Game of Thrones, you can see The Sinners, you can see some movies. Rick and Morty is here. House of the Dragon, all seasons. The Last of Us, all seasons. The Penguin, The Friends, The Big Bang Theory. Obviously, for some Sex and the City, there is The Sopranos. What else is there? Obviously, I talked about Friends, Apprentice, Pittsburgh. You can lots of stuff. The Joker is here. Like all this stuff is available for free till the end of the year, basically. It is actually kind of insane. I love that. I absolutely love it. Here it's a €41 a month for every league and UCL. See, like it depends where you live, basically. I'm blessed in that way. I also get this, by the way. I also get Women's League. I also get Women's Premier League and Women's Champions League. with that subscription as well. It's not just men's, like everything. 40 euros a month is still expensive. That's almost 500 a year. Yeah, I get it for 16, and I'm happy, literally happy. 16, I get it. Like that, I'm happy. Nearly 200 a month, and it's all happy chappy. Yeah, but I think I pay about 25 because of the city I live in. Exactly. Plus, as the thing is, I also have like, I have it's a contract, basically 2-year contract, or was it 1 year? I signed it last year. It's a 2-year contract, right? Once it runs out, right, they will not let it run out. They will call me and offer me a new deal. And the last time I talked to them, they saw it was few weeks ago. I talked to them and they said, your contract is running out in 3 weeks. You are currently paying $14.99, well, 15, right? We're gonna give you another year, new year, 16, and we will give you this in addition. And I said yes, because €1 difference makes nothing to me. Even 12 euros a year, you think I'm gonna feel that in my bank account? No, I'm not. So overall, I got €1 more expensive, but I got about 8 or 9 channels and 1 subscription pack more, which means that next year is gonna be the same. And I absolutely love it, because they cannot afford to kind of double the price, for example, because if I go away, I will find somewhere else to watch. Like 17 likes, big up people. Smash the likes if you haven't already, and subscribe. Big up Most Wanted. Emery Min is all I want to say. See, Arsenal fans are saying Emery Min, and this is what some our rival fans are saying Arteta, because they know we're not gonna win anything under him. Arsenal fans are saying Emery Min because they know United are not gonna win anything under him. That is insane. Well, for me it's not, because for me that is everyday life, and this is how we do it here. Like, let's just put it that way. This is how we do it here, because I also can basically purchase Netflix subscription if I want. I kid you not. If I want to, right, I will go to subscriptions right now, right? Now, where is my account? Check subscriptions. Let me check this quickly. It's loading. Give me a second. So my contract runs out on March 12th, basically, right? So I'm going to get new one. Okay. So if I go to the special packages, I can add to this, right? So here it is. And I kid you not, this is literally kid you not. At the moment, it is for free, right? At the moment, it is for free what I named to you, right? At the moment, I get for free for everything from HBO, Warner Brothers, DC, Discovery, Cartoon Network, and some other places, right? Once the free subscription ends, which they have given all of us, it's gonna be $6.99 a month added to my bill if I decide to continue it, which is gonna put my €16 a month subscription to 23 euros a month, and I'm gonna get all this again. I can keep all of this: HBO, Warner Brothers, DC, Discovery, and all this stuff for extra €7 a month. I can keep all of that content that basically is on those channels. It's actually insane if you come to think of it. I live in some random hole. No one lives, so they give us discounts to stay there. I can say that about Latvia, because 90% of the time when I say Latvia, people say, where the fuck is that? Seriously. I mentioned free apps to watch movies and series and sports, but I think YouTube deleted the comment. Yeah, YouTube is going to crack down on that weekly. That is the case. If you want to post that, you have to put it in in group chats. I don't know, where is Beggy even living? 3-0 Brighton, by the way. Boshagli scored, Gruda scored, and Gomez scored. What is the starting 11? Veltman, Coppola, Igor, Steele, Boshagli, Hinchelstana, Milner, Gomez, Gruda, Kadioglu is playing left wing. What the hell is this? And Howell. Literally, Brighton are playing their second/third team because all of their main guys are on the bench or injured. So they're smashing Oxford 3-0. So what's United's excuse for not winning, to be honest? Kid you not, what's United's excuse for not winning? Okay, Champions League. Let's look at Champions League scores because we haven't done that as well, to be honest. Because Champions League qualifications are going on at the moment. Benfica are 1-0 up at halftime against Fenerbahce. Aktürkoğlu scored a goal. Big up Aktürkoğlu, great play. I like the player. Pavlidis was offside. Barreiro had a foul. Semedo is injured. Sioncu came on. Amrabat got a yellow. Jose must win this game to get into Champions League, by the way. If he doesn't, I think he's in Europa League. Aktürkoğlu is actually a very decent player. I'm not gonna lie, he's actually a very decent player if you look at it that way. Club Brugge are annihilating Rangers. 8-1 on aggregate. 8-1 on aggregate, you know. They're annihilating Rangers. Max Aarons got a red card. What a moron. But yeah, they got a red card, so they definitely are not going to be there. Copenhagen are 0-0 against Basel. It was 1-1 draw at home. Nothing is happening in this game. Looks actually a very decent game with no shots, to be honest. Anyways. But yeah. Big up True Gooner. Big up Josh. Big up Josh. Hope you're doing well today, my bro. Big up Josh. Big up. Thank you for the raid, my bro. Thank you for the raid, my bro. Much appreciated. And go subscribe to be honest, if you haven't already, go subscribe to True Gooner. Big up to Josh. Go subscribe to Josh. Karim. They wanted to buy him and he ended up scoring against them. Yep. Copenhagen scored, by the way. 1-0. No, he doesn't, Rob. Relax. Dude, he's winning for Benfica. I'm happy. Because for me, Benfica, if I have to choose between Benfica and Fenerbahce, I'm choosing Benfica. So Aktürkoğlu is the best thing since sliced bread at the moment. He's better than Saka, than Messi, than Neymar, Ronaldinho, and all them, man. Okay, I'm over-exaggerating, so don't take me for granted. If you're new to the channel, I'm not deluded. It's just banter. Just putting it out there. Mourinho has watched. Yeah, to some extent, yeah. Big up TG for the raid. Big up Josh. TG raid. Big up Caldente, by the way. Big up Caldente. Big up for winning Women's Champions League for Arsenal. Arsenal winners. Big up Zeus. A lot of Premier League teams are getting eliminated from Carabao Cup. Also, Celtic got bossed by that young keeper for Kairat, even with the dude missing the Panenka. Yeah, that was actually nuts. Obviously, the big news of the day, United are losing 2-0 to Grimsby Town. United are losing 2-0 to Grimsby Town, which is actually kind of insane. Tap that like button. Big up, Andrew. Smash the likes and subscribe if you haven't already. We are almost at 900 subscribers, and would be nice to hit it before my birthday. Just putting it out there. On September 4th, I'm going to be turning... much rather not say. Rangers are done. They need to sack this fraud of manager. Yeah, who is Rangers manager? Like, serious talk, who is Rangers manager? Because I still think it's Lampard. Because I don't know why, but I still think it's Lampard. Who is Rangers manager? Martin. Okay, it's not Lampard. Why did I think it was Lampard? I have no idea. But yeah, where is United game? Where is United game? Still 2-0. United are losing, which is the main thing. Misses the main point of today's stream, kind of. Big up, Josh. Big up, Josh. Much love, brother. Much love, brother. Game on, second half. Fusion's not jazz. Big up. Game on, second half. Will United score? United still haven't, scored a goal this season. So will they score a goal? Can they score against Grimsby Town and short their level? 136 watching. Let's go, people. Biggest viewership I've had ever. Big up, Josh, for the raid. Much love, brother. Like and subscribe if you haven't. 11 away from 900. See? Big up, Sean. Big up, Sean. So Fernandez and Buemo have come on. Really? Yeah. And De Ligt. De Ligt came on for Ugarte, Bruno Fernandes, and Buemo came on. So they changed the shape of the team. But it's still 2-0. It's still 2-0. It is still 2-0, Man United. Grimsby Town. Big up NRLK. Big up India. Big up India. Big up. Big up Sean. Big up. Rangers 5-0 down. Yeah, they got a red card. They lost 3-1 at home, and now they're getting spanked 5-0. Obviously, they have a red card. Max Aarons got a red card, so that doesn't help. But still, hey. Real Betis 1-1 against Celta Vigo. Well, Mark Bartra scored. Interesting. Isco is still out with a broken leg. Yeah, Isco still has a broken leg. Man, 6 years ago, I wouldn't have signed Odegaard, but I would have signed. I really wanted at the time Isco at Arsenal. People called me crazy and deluded, but hey, Isco didn't come to Arsenal, so what do I know? But he is a baller in my eyes. And they said Gyökeres looks fat. Look at Buemo, lad. Everton have scored against Mansfield, 1-0. Bro, the big clubs are getting slapped today. Yeah, like I'm looking at this. It's actually kind of nuts. It's actually kind of nuts if you look at it. It's kind of insane, even if you think about it. But I love the cup. I love EFL Cup and I love FA Cup because the cup magic is real. As I said, this Grimsby being 2-0 up against Man United, right, gives me the vibes of 4-0 when MK Dons beat Man United, which was actually phenomenal to watch. And it looks like it could repeat once again, which is kind of nuts. I'm not a betting man, right? You all know that. I'm not a betting man. I have placed my bets on occasion. I don't promote it. I don't talk about it much. But yesterday on stream, I said it was 16-1 odds that the Grimsby Town are going to beat Man United. I was thinking about putting a tenner on it. Would have potentially won £160. I didn't. Idiot. Should have known better with Man United, shouldn't I? Shout out from Chad. Big up Chad. Big up Chad. Big up. Wait, Chad. The legend Ahmad, Chad. You mean the country in Africa or your name is Chad? I might be in a sticky situation here. Here is Josh's channel, people. If you haven't already, please go him some love. Big up from Chad. Oh, it's a Chad. Okay. It's a Chad's flag next to it. I see it now. Big up from Chad. Big up Africa. Big up Africa. Everyone watching from Africa. It's almost first team United. If they can't score, they're smoked. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I said when they went 2-0 down. Besides Heaven, Fredrickson, or whatever they have at the back, and one more player in the team, they have their first team out. They just subbed on Buemo, Fernandes, and De Ligt. So they have fully first team pretty much besides Yoro, and they cannot even score against Grimsby Town away. Like, what are they doing? What is happening at Man United? Like, what is this nonsense? Grimsby actually look decent compared to Man U. Oh, how might they have fallen? Yeah, the roof is leaking, rats are running, and they're losing. There will be some obscure travels in the UCL. Yeah, definitely. Oh, definitely. To Kazakhstan and all these places. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. People, like the stream if you haven't already, and subscribe if you haven't already. Almost 3-0. Oh, bloody hell. United actually might get spanked. And quite heavily. Quite heavily. By the way, James Tavernier came on in position of Max Sounds. He's currently the top scoring defender amongst active footballers in the world. Damn. James Oh, yeah. I know which Tavernier you're talking about. Always gets a team the season in FIFA. Always has team of the weeks in FIFA and all this stuff. Yeah. James Tavernier, yeah, the right back. I know what you mean. I know, no, yeah. He is a nuts one. He actually would be a perfect midfielder. Like Arteta should have signed him, basically, since he loves to invert. Exaggerating, people. I'm over-exaggerating. Don't take me for serious. But yeah, that actually would work for him, wouldn't it? 3-0. The country from Africa called Chad. Yeah, my name's not. Okay, all good. I knew it was a sticky situation, but then I saw the flag in the chat, right? It popped up finally, and then I realized it. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Big up Africa, by the way. Big up Chad, big up Africa. We have people watching from Uganda, from Kenya, from South Africa. From where else? Well, Chad. I think there are some more. Heavy rain pouring down in Grimsby. Interesting. So United cannot play in rain. Ironic, since their roof is leaking half the time. I'm not gonna lie. What's gonna be their excuse? Oh, it was raining too much. When it rains, it pours, quite literally. Oh, 100%. No pun intended. It works, actually. Could Man United be relegated? I don't think they're gonna drop that far. But it's not looking great. It's their third game of the season, and they still haven't scored a goal, which is the most concerning part in all of this. They didn't score against us. The goal against... did they score? They scored against Fulham, but I think it was own goal, wasn't it? It was an own goal, wasn't it? Yeah, Muniz scored an own goal. So they actually have not scored a goal this season yet. With all the attack power, Cunha, Bruno Fernandes, Buemo, Benjamin Tesco bags, and all this stuff, they haven't scored a goal. which is a big worry. If I am a United fan, I'm literally worried. You cannot score against Grimsby Town, which are arguably one of the best 11s you can put out. Like, that is a big, big worry and a half, to say the least. Like, what they are actually doing there, which is kind of nuts if you think about it. Let's get that in good time. Have subs. Big up AJ. And listen to AJ. If you haven't already, people, like the stream and subscribe. We are inching towards the 900 subscribers. Hopefully we get to 1K as well very, very soon. Yeah, the weather is horrid. Guess Amorim can use that excuse. Well, I remember Ty on AFTV, when we lost the game, said, oh, but the pitch was wet, it was raining. Something like that he used. Like, this is the same levels, yeah? It just started pouring down with the rain in the Grimsby United match. Could also be tears of United fans. Maybe there is a big possibility. Maybe. He mostly plays right back, but sometimes the right wing back is also a first choice pen taker, right? Yeah. First choice pen taker, and he plays right wing back. And they play like it suits him as well. I'm surprised that James Tavernier hasn't come to Premier League. I'm surprised that no team, especially the ones that play three at the back, like, or even a team like Brighton, team like Fulham, or teams like that, have not taken a punt on him. They have not signed him, which is very, very weird. If you ask me personally, it's very, very weird. Like, you would think that he actually, some teams that are struggling with scoring, creating, crossing, need a proper penalty taker and all this stuff, would actually take a stab at him, but they are not. I'm looking forward to all the Man United channel meltdowns today, bro. The YouTube is gonna be a nasty place. Yeah, Brighton 4-0. Yeah. Thanks, man. I want to ask, are you sometimes streaming women's football? If you do, I'm Madridista. I support the women's side as well. Big up Madridista. Oh, we have a Real Madrid fan in the chat. Big up Real Madrid, Hala Madrid, and all this stuff. You don't want Martinelli for 80 million? No? Just asking. Or a swap deal for Rodrigo? No? Had to take my shot. Maybe we can get him, But I don't stream women's. No, I don't stream women's football. I actually don't stream football in general. I don't do watch-alongs because I'm so kind of pressed for time. I watch football on my own. I am in someone's live stream at the same time, but I don't do watch-alongs myself. And afterwards, usually, I always, every day, 8 p.m. UK time, I go live and I stream. I talk about the game, especially if Arsenal plays. I talk about latest relating Arsenal. And also, we obviously touch upon relating on football and everything. So it's a all-over football channel, obviously mostly focusing on Arsenal, but it is what it is. As you can see, we are not talking about Arsenal now. We haven't talked about Arsenal too much today as well. Despite the title, we talked about Arsenal for about half an hour, 35 minutes. Rest of it was channel subscriptions for sports, where do we live, language skills, and laughing at Man United and stuff like that. Today, tomorrow will be a rich harvest of Man U tears, dude. The views will be nuts. Bro, you should see this. They're literally soaking wet. Even the camera is starting to fog. Like, it is like... hopefully the game does not get called off. That is one thing I'm going to say. 6-0 Club Bruges, by the way. 6-0. If the game gets called off and they have to restart it at some point, it would give Man United unfair advantage. I'm not gonna lie. Not unfair advantage, sorry. It would give Man United the advantage to some extent. Brighton for didn't I blame the wind versus Aston Villa, or it was Robbie, but also Arteta once blamed the ball, so fair enough. I guess so. See, by the way, this season we play in the league with the ball Arteta complained about last year in the Cup. No complaints at the moment here. Last week, I watched Dynamo Kiev lose, so I have to watch the second game to see if they can get a comeback. Well, good luck with that. Good, Dynamo Kiev, yeah. Bruges 3-6-0 nuts. It doesn't look like the players have down tools on Amorim. If they lose to Burnley at the weekend, the Amorim will be sacked. I don't think they're going to lose to Burnley. Although it's United, as we are sitting here, 60th minute almost, they still haven't scored a goal this season. Who knows? No thanks, but we keep Rodrigo for a long time. Oh, damn. Well, I had to take my shot, people, didn't we? I had to take my shot. Oh, yeah, again. Yeah. Ty blamed the rain when we lost to Newcastle a few seasons back. Exactly. He was at Newcastle more than 10 years ago. See, 10 years ago, but right now, when he is in his prime, you would argue, for the last 4 years, actually, even. Why has no Premier League side went for him? That's what I'm asking. Now at Rangers for a decade, he mostly got all his goals at this club, only over 130 goals, and that is insane stat for a right back. Technically, he's a right back, so 130 goals and everything for a right back over, let's just say, 10 years. That's 13 goals a season. 13 goals a season for a right back is insane. Tavernier at the moment is 33. Rangers losing 9-1 on aggregate so far is wild. We'll see 5-0 Brighton. Isn't he he is 33 right now? And that's why I'm surprised that he hasn't basically went for, like, I don't know, let's just say 5-6 years ago he didn't go back there, which is kind of nuts if you ask me. But I get it. He's comfortable there. His family probably as well. He's winning stuff, and technically, but it is what it is. He also likes to recall Babel and Mopé. He's a cheat. I hope Brighton gets relegated. Oh, the good old days. 23 likes. Big up, people. Big up to you all. If we can push it to 30, forever most grateful. Even the ball couldn't bounce properly. The grass is like a giant wet carpet. Surprised nobody takes a shot from distance then. Very surprised about that. But yeah, people, I think we have talked about everything enough. We have laughed, we have chatted, we have talked about United, Arsenal, some life stuff, obviously. Thank you guys so much for being here. Big up Abs for the raid. Big up Josh for the raid. Much appreciated. 160 plus viewers at some point. Just insane number, to say the least. Never thought I would see that in my life, but hey, here we are. Big up Josh for that. But yeah, people, for today, I'm gonna be signing off. So don't forget to like the stream. Don't forget to subscribe. Hopefully see you all tomorrow. But for today, I'm going to be heading off. Enjoy the evening. Enjoy the day tomorrow. Have a nice evening. Have a nice day tomorrow. Enjoy Thursday. And hopefully see you very, very, very soon. Peace.